is awards and recognition. And if I can get this little button to work. Okay, they are related, but they are not identical. Okay, so just wanted to make sure that you understood there was a slight distinction. Okay, so everybody knows what awards are. I got Aaron permission to use his photo. He remembers distinctly when he got this award. This was Forester of the Year. And he remembers it distinctly. And most people, when they get a award or a reward, remember it distinctly. But what Aaron told me, this is Jonathan Case. He's our awards chair in the Allegheny. You see, he's holding onto that microphone with a death grip. Aaron said, he wouldn't let me talk. You know, I wanted to thank my family. But I'm teasing, okay? But anyway, so we all know what awards are, right? What are they intended to do? Okay, come on, someone talk to me. What are awards intended to do?
Acknowledge good work.
Exactly, publicly, right? We want to tell people you have done a good job. You rock. See, I'm old, I don't say you rock, but I know people say that, so I put it on the screen. Is that resonating with you? Oh man, is that old too? I'm trying to be man, I'm bald, I'm gray, you gotta give me. Anyway, so, I mean, that's what awards are all about, right? We are trying to publicly let people know that we appreciate what they are doing. That is important for you as a leader. Now, remember what Tom said, not everybody likes this, right? Some people do not like to be recognized publicly. So this may not be for everybody, but it is, recognition is a tool in your toolbox, and don't underestimate the value of recognition, okay? And I'm going to give you some data about that, so I'm not just up here talking, we have data. Okay, so why is recognition important for leaders? You know, and I have to pick on Steve. He was kind of going through the agenda, and he completely forgot that awards was on it. He was going to the next, I'm like, whoa, awards is, you know. What happens a lot of times with leaders is they delegate awards. The awards committee, they're the ones, they're going to take care, you know, and the awards chair stand up. Somebody nominate somebody, please. We need award winners, okay? Awards always tends to be forgotten about. And we tend to think as leaders, well, we've got to do strategic planning, and we've got to keep our eyes on the finances, and we've got to do this, and we forget about awards. Awards are actually very important. That's the reason why most organizations actually have awards programs. And SAF is no different, because awards are important. 92%, okay? You guys ready for data? We're getting ready to go into data mode here. 92% of all nonprofit organizations say they do not have enough volunteers. Why is that? Why don't we have enough volunteers? Well, it's not that hard to figure out. There's a limited pool. Look down here at these numbers. Most organizations are about 20% of the people in your organization are going to do something. Okay? Now it gets, and I'm going to apologize that you probably can't see these numbers, but these are different types of organizations. If you look at religious organizations, they have the highest percentage of people. If you're involved in a religious organization, you are more likely to volunteer. They have the highest. They're up to 40% almost. Okay? Educational youth service, that's kind of like the Boy Scouts, things like that. Over in social community organizations, next on line. Here is where SAF is. Professional, 1989, 13%, 5.2% just, what was that, 4 years ago. The trend is going down. Okay, the trend is not going up. Okay, we are tied in professional organizations, we are tied to the lowest percentage of people that are going to volunteer in our organization. That's just the way it is. Okay? So, it's a well-known cliche, but 20% of the volunteers do 80% of the job, right? Everybody heard that? Raise your hand if you heard that. Here's the reality in the SAF. I'm not making this up, that's Bureau of Labor Statistics, right? So we have a very limited pool of people that are gonna be doing the job, okay? How much time are they gonna give you? On average, just a little over a week in 1 year. So you have 5% of your volunteers are gonna give you 1 week. Now, whoops, I'm going backwards. You'll actually find that about 30% will give you a large amount of hours. You have some dedicated people. I think you guys are in this group, okay? But what you have to keep in mind as a leader is most people are not in that group, okay? They're at the 5.2% giving you 1 week, okay? Key point, you as a leader, if you have 5.2%, they are very important to you as a leader. Unless you want to spend your life and you can do it all, you need some folks to work with you. These volunteers are very important. And the ones who are giving you more time are even more important, okay? Now keep in mind that people that are giving you a lot and they're doing a lot are probably worthy of some type of recognition, okay? So, bottom line, it is critical for you as a leader to retain these active and engaged members in what you are doing and in what the organization is trying to accomplish, okay? So, to repeat the key point, volunteers are a valuable and scarce resource and you want to do your best to keep the volunteers that you have. So, how do you do that? It's not rocket science. It's common sense. To keep volunteers engaged, keep them happy to be engaged. Remember the laundry story that Tom talked about. His wife was willing to give the 100 and 500 hours, but all they gave her was laundry, and then she didn't do it anymore. You want to keep your volunteers happy to keep them engaged. Well, how do we do that? It's not rocket science, but it does take some effort, okay? What's the effort that we need to take? Volunteer recognition. And I know some of you are going to say, no, it cannot be that simple. Volunteer recognition, are you for real? Well, let me tell you what. Per the rule of 3. Wow, that's not fitting on the screen. 1 is over there, 2's there, 3's there. Anybody got the pattern? 1, 2, 3. Anybody remember that from Tom? Okay, I'm just checking in. Okay, so research shows that people who remain engaged in what they're doing and what you're doing as a leader do it for 3 primary reasons, okay? Reason 1, they see is what they're doing is meaningful. They're accomplishing something. If you join an organization and all they have you do is the laundry, after a while you don't see that to be too meaningful. So when you're working with people, find out what they like to do and then give them more of that so that they find that meaningful. That actually recognizes their skills and their interests and that keeps them engaged, okay? Reason number 2, they enjoy the volunteer environment and the other people that they volunteer with, okay? You tend to be much more interested in volunteering if you like the people that you're with. So build a team, make sure that there's camaraderie there, make sure that they feel appreciated and everybody gets along. Reason number 3, they feel recognized and appreciated for their efforts. Most people will contribute, but after a while, if they get no pats on the back and nobody recognizes, they're going to fade away. So recognition is definitely key, okay? So, bottom line, recognize the skills and the interests of your volunteers, making it meaningful for them. Make sure the volunteer environment is enjoyable by keeping your volunteers appreciated and recognize them in a way that is valued by them, which could be an award. It's not always an award, okay? There's lots of different ways to recognize people. You can walk up to somebody and pat them on the back. Good job, I really appreciate what you did. You know, How many times have we told Steve that we thank him for what he did for this Leadership Academy, right? You need to just a simple verbalization. It doesn't have to be an award, but an award actually speaks to some people. It's very important. I just prepared a resume not so long ago. You know what I put on my resume? Well, I won Maryland State Forester of the Year in 1992. Nobody else cares about that, but I care about that. I put that on my resume. You know, that may, someone who's looking at my resume, they might think interest. So awards are not just, one-time events. I mean, I won that award in 1992, and it's still on my resume, okay? So awards are important to some people. Some people value that. Keep that in mind, okay? There are lots and lots of opportunities. And what I'll say is you as a leader, if your awards committee comes to you and says, we don't have any, but nobody's nominated, you're not doing your job as a leader. You need to make sure that if you have awards, people are being recognized. Don't let this opportunity slip through your fingers as an award, okay? New York, you guys have a lot of opportunities. There's New England. Wow. I mean, there's just opportunities, right? National. I mean, there should always be a presidential field force. I mean, that's what we want to celebrate, right? We want to, the guys out there in the field doing the work don't get a lot of recognition. That's what this award was created for. Don't let that slip by, okay? And then there are other national awards. There are lots and lots of opportunities. Just don't let this slip by as leaders.